Good evening. I'd like to welcome everybody to Woodbridge, the best town around, and tonight you're going to see why again. We have 3 individual awards, and then we have the flag raising for autism, so we're going to hold that to the end since all of you will get the 3 smaller ones out of the way, and then we'll all go outside, we'll talk here, and then we'll all go outside and raise the flag. So our very first proclamation is for Colonia Elks Lodge 2282, their Citizen of the Year, and that person has recently arrived, so I would like to read the proclamation. Whereas the Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks is dedicated to the... let me introduce the council first. I'm sorry. Council President... What's so funny? I just forgot. You shouldn't laugh at the mayor on national TV. It's not nice. Debbie Meehan, 5th Ward Councilwoman, Council President. Corey Spiller, 3rd Ward Councilman. Howie Bauer, 2nd Ward Councilman. Lizbeth DeJesus and Greg Ficara and Brian Small are all councilmen at large, and Nancy Drum is the 1st Ward Councilwoman. Whereas the Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks is dedicated to the principles of charity, justice, brotherly love, and fidelity, and have established programs which demonstrate the Elks Credo, Elks Care, and Elks Share. And whereas Colonia Lodge 2282 represents the National Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks and actively supports the interests of Woodbridge Township residents. And whereas Lodge 2282 and the Elks District Americanism Committee for Community Involvement and Service has nominated Christopher Scott Naroda, lifelong resident of the Avenel section of Woodbridge, as the 2018 Elk Citizen of the Year. And I don't think Chris knew this until I just read his name, because I think he thought, Johnny, you were going to get it. Not that you don't deserve it. But he's, I've known Chris since he was like this big, running around the Knights of Columbus and Islington, where his father was very active when I was active, and now he's almost as big as me. Whereas Chris Naroda has served the Woodbridge Township Avenel community as a member of the Avenel Fire Department for more than 18 years, serving as Department President 2015 and 14 and Chief 2010. President of the Woodbridge Little League 2014 and 15, and Director, Vice President, and Treasurer of Woodbridge Township Youth Recreation League 2014 to 2018. Whereas Chris Naroda is recognized and honored before the leadership and members of the Lodge and Committee and family and friends, now therefore I, John McCormick, Mayor of the Township of Woodbridge, in concert with the Town Council, hereby extend highest congratulations and honor to Christopher Scott Naroda upon his nomination as the Colonia Elks Lodge Citizens of the Year for 2018. We have Bonnie Uriarty from the Colonia Elks here. She would also like to make a presentation to Chris and say a few words.
Yes, I have done this as a surprise. Like the mayor said, Chris didn't know he was getting his award until just 5 seconds ago. This is all done with friends and family. Sorry, honey, it just is what it is. This is what happens when you don't come to our dinners because you're out of town. We kind of spring it on you. If you don't believe me, ask Corey. We did it just a couple months ago.
That's right.
But we have our Grand Lodge Order of Elks from our national organization that says it's the 2017-18 Elks Distinguished Citizenship Award presented to Christopher Naroda for outstanding meritorious service to humanity by Colonia Lodge number 2282. And this one is from our Central District Americanism Committee for you as well.
Both of their proclamations are nicer than mine because they don't have to worry about protecting your tax dollars like I do.
Thank you.
Corey, I think you know Chris in the firehouse. You want to say a few words?
Thank you. Congratulations, pal. Congratulations, Bonnie. I want to thank you for accepting Avenel Fire Department's nomination. I was fortunate enough to receive this last year. I know how important and what it means to receive this award. Chris, there is no one other well-deserved. I'm fortunate that he's one of my fire inspectors. I work with him on a daily basis. I see what he does for the community, for the township, and for the Avenel Fire Department. Well-deserved. Once again, congratulations.
Yes, stand right in front of Bonnie.
That's all good. It's all good.
I'm going to still say a few words. Nancy Drum, our councilwoman, is also an elk, and although in Woodbridge, not Colonia. You want to say anything about? How about I can call up Bob Snowfield, who is the Grand Exalted Ruler of the Elks, and Woodbridge just got installed. Not the Grand Exalted Ruler. That's bigger. The Exalted Ruler. The Grand's like a really big guy. That's almost Francis someday. The exalted ruler of the Woodbridge Elks. Do you want to say a few words about the Elks?
I'll defer to our Special Deputy Grand Exalted.
Special Deputy Grand Exalted Ruler. Like I said, he's up there. How are you, pal?
Well, fine, Mayor. How are you?
Good, thanks.
First, let me thank the mayor and the council for recognizing the Elks as a whole throughout our municipality here in Woodbridge Township. And I want to congratulate the awardee from Christopher on an honored be from Colonial Lodge. But also, you're going to honor, I believe, Taylor from Woodbridge, who participated in our Mid-Atlantic soccer shoot. So, we do a lot of good things for our community. We're 150 years old now in the nation. And I would encourage you to go to our website at www.elks.org to learn about all the programs we have for our youth, for our veterans, and for our special children and their needs. Thank you very much, Mayor.
Thank you. And Francis saying that the Elks do a lot for our community is a terrific understatement. They do so much. I think once or twice a month they have breakfast. I know Relay for Life a couple of weeks ago. Woodbridge Softball had one last Sunday. It's the best breakfast in Woodbridge, except, well, never mind. It's the best breakfast of organizations that have breakfast as fundraisers. I don't want to get Pop's Place mad at me or Not Just Bagels mad at me. It's the best organizational breakfast in town. Got it. Okay, speaking of the Elks, our next honoree is Taylor Pazulich. Did I say that right? Is it C-H or K? Pazulich? Okay. She is the 2018 Mid-Atlantic Elks Soccer Shoot third place winner for representing Lodge 2116. Can you come up, young lady? Congratulations. So now tell me all about this. Nancy, you can come up too because you helped organize this. So you first had to compete at Woodbridge High School, right?
Yes.
And what'd you do there?
We basically had to
Get a little closer.
Okay. We basically had to shoot in different categories, and it was 1 to 5, and you had the top ones were 5, and like the bigger ones were lower points, and you had to get it into the categories which had the higher points.
So you got to choose which ones you tried?
Well, you had a kick in there, so you had to kick
but
it.
I mean, is that really a soccer shoot means kicking? Is that really? Wow. I don't know about you. So, but like, do you have a choice? You can take 5-pointers if you want?
Yeah.
Or you can take 1-pointers if you want?
Yes.
So would you choose to take the higher ones to get the more points if you get them in?
I choose to take the ones I'm more comfortable with.
Okay, what were those?
The 4s and 5s.
Oh, okay, she's comfortable with 4s and 5s. So did you win the Woodbridge one?
Yes.
And what age group are you?
10, 12.
Okay, so you won Woodbridge, then what happened?
And then I moved on to the next stage where I had to do first people who won the first round too, and we had to do the exact same thing again, but on a higher level.
Okay, and what happened there?
I won first place.
All right. So what was that, like a region?
Yeah.
Was that a region? How many different Elks were in that? How many different girls did you compete against? Was this just girls or was it guys and girls?
It was just girls.
Just girls, okay. So how many different Elks winners, like you were Woodbridge?
Yes.
How many other girls did you beat that day?
I'm not sure, but...
All of them, just say all of them.
Yeah, all of them.
And then what happened?
I won that round and I moved on to the next round.
And where was that?
Maryland.
Maryland?
No, yeah, Maryland.
Is that the final? Or is there still? That was the
Yeah,
final?
that was the final.
So how many girls did you compete against there?
I think it was 5.
So it's like the whole region is what? How many in the region? Like Mid-Atlantic region?
5 states.
5, Maryland, New Jersey, what? Pennsylvania?
West Virginia, Pennsylvania, and Kentucky.
Wow.
Francis was there.
You were there? Wow. So you went there and you came in third in that whole region?
Yeah.
Wow. Is it done now? Did she go anywhere else?
No, it's done.
Wow. So tell me about your soccer career. Where do you play?
I play on Woodbridge Wild, which is a girls' travel team for U12.
Okay.
And I play as a striker or center midfield,
Okay. What does that mean?
which,
It means you shoot a lot.
yeah,
All right. So you don't play defense. You're like on offense.
yes.
And you head down and you get the ball and you score.
Yes.
How many goals do you have in a season?
It changes every season. I'm
All
not
right.
sure, like over 10.
Over 10.
Yeah.
Wow. So where have you played games? Like all over the state, all over the area?
Our home field is Bowtie, but we travel around. The farthest we've been to is Hershey Park.
Oh, pretty cool. You get to go to the chocolate factory while you're there?
Yes.
Cool. What else do you like about soccer?
I just love being able to play with other teammates and getting to know each other. and getting to meet new friends along the way.
Well, very good. What got you into soccer to begin with?
I just liked being able to kick a ball, and I like the feeling of being able to score a goal and feel that good feeling that you feel.
Wow, you're only 10?
I'm 12.
You're 12, okay. You're pretty mature for a 12-year-old. Who's your coach?
Coach Warren,
And what, is it he or she?
he.
And tell me about him.
He's very funny, and he likes to challenge us. He always said that it doesn't matter if we win or lose, it just matters of how we play. So if we play good but still lose, he'll still be proud of us for putting our hearts in the game.
Wow, okay. What part of town do you live in?
Fords.
Forest. How? You better watch out. And this young lady's going to take your job, and if she wants to skip council, she's going to go right for my job. You're amazingly articulate and mature here. You
Thank
did a
you.
terrific job.
Thank you.
Nancy, you want to say anything?
Sure. Congratulations, Taylor.
Thank you.
And I wanted to recognize, well, we saw Frank DeCivas, but also Rob Stonefield, who's the exalted ruler now at the Woodbridge Elks. And I became an Elk about 3 years ago because I truly believe in their mission. They do so much for the community, like you said. And I was at a meeting, and I had heard about the soccer shoot, Elk soccer shoot, and I was confused why Woodbridge didn't do it. So because I mentioned it, I said, okay, I'll do it. So I started about 3 years ago, and fortunately, we've had a really successful run of it. Woodbridge High School has been amazing to us. They give us the field. It's a collaboration between other Elks lodges that help us set up. It's a big ordeal. It's a lot of work. And we've had a lot of representation from Woodbridge Soccer, so we appreciate all that. And congratulations, you did very well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One more question. Where do you go to school?
Fords Middle School.
Okay, do you play soccer there? Is there middle school soccer? No?
We're working on it.
We're working on it. We should have it, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
We really should. Who's going to work on that? We really should have middle school soccer. It's not that hard. It's just an open field. I mean, come on. We have all these turf fields. We can't have middle school soccer.
They need facilities.
Oh, for crying out loud. Well, you're going to play when you get to high school, right?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, our next proclamation goes to a young man who I met a few years ago. His name is Anthony Villardo. What is it, about 3 summers ago maybe in Merrill Park? Somebody put on this really cool old-time baseball game. And they went to the 1800 rules, and they were like no gloves, and it was just a different kind of balls, and it was really cool. And Anthony was dressed up as a newspaper salesman kid, and he was going around. He had the cool little hat on, and he had the knickers on, and he had everything, and he was like walking around selling newspapers. It was everybody was acting and in dress costumes of the era, and he just did an amazing job. He was really good. So now he's being honored for his achievements in excellence in music education and achievement. We spelled education wrong. I don't know who did that, but it wasn't me. I just noticed it. It's okay, Anthony. We'll get you a new one. So come on up. So he's quite the, I guess, the music young man. How are you, buddy? Anthony Villardo of Woodbridge Middle School participated in musical auditions among a field of more than 700 Central New Jersey middle school musicians and was selected as a top performer. And whereas Anthony Villardo achieved the honor of appointment to the Central Jersey Music Educators Association Regional Symphonic Band and performed in the annual CJMEA concert at Bridgewater Middle School on March 4th. And he's hereby recognized for his symphonic accomplishments before peers, family, and community. And I, John McCormick, Mayor of the Township of Woodbridge, in conjunction with the Woodbridge Township Council, extend best wishes in all future endeavors to Anthony. Come on up. Tell me about your career now. It says symphonic. What do you do?
We basically get music and we play it.
Well, what's your instrument?
I play the tuba.
A little guy like you plays a big tuba?
Yeah.
Cool. That must be really cool. Were you in the concert the other day?
Yes.
By the way, that was cool.
Thank you.
I was really, and Nancy was there, I was there, Greg was there. I mean, what happened was 4 to 5 middle schools had a band, and they started with the adults, the high school kids, and then each middle school played a song, and then all 4 middle schools got together. Sarah Benkert's in the audience. She's a phenomenal teacher, and she put that together. I just thought you did an outstanding job. And, you know, we're guilty, you know, sometimes all of us, we're all sports people. We tend to overemphasize athletics sometimes, but we have to spend the time when it comes to the arts And not every kid can throw a baseball. Some can just sing or play an instrument or dance or act or draw. Last night we had the high school artists at the Barron Arts Center. It was wonderful. Saturday we had the kids playing the instruments in the concert. So we really try our best to make sure we award everybody and honor everybody. And you're here because of your accomplishments with the tuba. So tell me how you got into that.
We tried out and auditioned.
Now, how'd you, in the first place, get into tuba? Like when you were a kid? How old were you?
I was in 4th grade and I started playing the trumpet. But once I got to middle school, about half the year through 6th grade, my teacher, Miss Banker, asked me to play the tuba, and I picked it up pretty well and I stuck with it.
Why did you ask him to play the tuba?
I don't know.
I'm putting you on the spot here. You needed a tuba player, and he looked like he could. Okay. So you've been musically inclined your whole life?
Yes, I started the piano, and then I worked my way to the trumpet, the guitar, and then the tuba.
How about the saxophone, man? That's my favorite.
No.
No, why not?
It's not my type.
Not your type? All right. So go back a couple of years now to that baseball game. Tell me what you remember about that.
I remember dressing up as a kid from that generation and just yelling, "Paper here."
Yeah, right. It was cool. You were there, Greg? It was excellent. You were there, Deb? That was so much fun watching that. We wish somebody would do that again in town. It was so cool. Well, anyway, you see, you're pretty good at this, just like this young lady was. Our future's pretty good with these young men and women coming out and talking as well as you do, as maturely and eloquently as you do. So congratulations, pal.
Thank you.
Present you with this proclamation. Okay, and our last proclamation, and the reason more of you are here than not, is that we are naming April of 2018 National Autism Awareness Month in Woodbridge Township. We have done this every year. I won't read it. It's a long proclamation, but it talks about the children diagnosed with autism and how it's risen dramatically. There's no cure for autism. Anybody who receives treatment early in their lives, it's possible to lead significantly improved and productive lives. And it talks about PACE, the Parents Organization for the Advancement of Children's Education. The PACE program is unbelievable. There's so many people here who are volunteers with PACE. There are so many of our young students with autism who are here. PACE is just wonderful, and we love doing this. Somebody just whispered to me that this is our 10th anniversary of the flag raising, which is pretty cool. So we've been doing this for 10 years. And some of you have been here for all 10. I know I've seen you here. Vinny's been here. Your guys have been here. So you guys aren't even 10, so you don't qualify. Erica's been here for 10 years probably. So if you guys all want to come up, anybody wants to come up, Vin, come on up. Robert, come up. Jess, come up. What's that? Oh, you want to take pictures?
No, Mayor, I'm so sorry, but last year there's a lot of drama, so I got grounded last year.
Okay, no problem. You still come up. What's up, man? How are you? Give me some of that.
Ooh, Jessica.
Hey, sweetheart.
Love your outfit.
Yeah, look at that. All right, what you guys turn around?
Hey, everybody, look at our...
Come on in. All right, let's get some good pictures of all of our young guys here. Come on, you little guys, get in front. Come on over here. Lady, come on a little closer. Vinny, come on over.
Sorry, Mayor.
All right, once you got here, you guys, you two little guys, stand in the middle and hold the plaque. You got it each side. Move over. No, you come over here. Over. Now let's share the plaque here. Share it. Put it right between you. There we go.
Close your mouth.
I'll stay there.
Okay. Sorry, Mayor.
Erica's got.
That's okay. All right, guys. All right, so who's going to come out with us?
Really sorry.
Anybody else? Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to slowly pull down here, okay? Everybody got that?
Ready?
Easy, though. Slowly. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, slow. Nice and slow.
Stand out nice.
Keep going. No, you got to let go of that end, yeah. That's it. Keep going.
Ryan, hand off, Ryan. Ryan.
Ryan,
stop.
Please let go. Sorry, Mayor.
That's okay.
That's about right.
Stop.
I expect nothing. Ryan. It's a nice celebration of the
That's right.
Good catch!
Notice requirements of the Open Public Meeting Law have been satisfied concerning this meeting. The Home News Tribune and the Star Ledger published a notice on December 22nd, 2017. A copy of the schedule is posted on the municipal bulletin board. It should be so noted in the minutes of this meeting. Councilman Anderson. Councilman Ficarra.
Here.
Councilwoman Drum. Here. Councilman De Jesus.
Here.
Councilman Small. Here. Councilman Patel. Councilman Bauer. Here. Vice President Spiller.
Here.
And President Meehan.
Here.
Can I get a motion to approve the minutes from April 3rd, 2018?
Motion.
Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. Second reading ordinances tonight. We have letters A, B, C, and D. I'm going to take them all by consent. They're all Chapter 7. The first is an ordinance that's going to delete handicap parking on Hornsby Street and Ryan Street. Letter B is handicap parking to be added to Holly Street, Maxwell Avenue, and Ryan Street. Letter C is handicap parking to be assigned one space at Ryan Manor, I should say one additional space. And D is to designate Rosewood Lane as a snow emergency route. Can I get a motion to take these ordinances up on second and third reading and the public hearing be open?
Motion.
Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Public hearing is now open on letters A, B, C, and D, A, B, C, and D only. Hearing no comment from the public, can I get a motion that the public hearing be closed, the ordinance be adopted and submitted to the mayor for approval as required by law?
Motion.
Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Letters E, F, and G are first reading ordinances. By consent, take them, please. And a motion that the ordinances be passed on first reading, published in the Home News Tribune on April 20th, 2018, with notice of public hearing to be held on May 8th, 2018 at 7 p.m.
Motion.
Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Under resolutions 1 through 24, if I can get them approved by consent, 1 through 24.
Motion.
Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Madam President.
We will now move into our public portion of the meeting. If you'd like to talk, please go to the back microphone to the right, state your name and your town. There is a 5-minute limit.
Robert Messi, no gun at 434 Alpine Street. It's all, help, help, help. It's all about you, Judge Boyd. It's all about you. Judge Boyd! 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 Did you guys hear me say Judge Boyd? Did you hear me? Judge Boyd! 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 Yeah. Once you try doing it, get evaluated. Yeah. Always some comment. Try doing that.
Are there any other comments from the public this evening?
I'm still talking. My time didn't run out, did it?
Sorry, sir, you were taking your seat.
Mr. Messi, please don't do that. You can hurt yourself.
Judge Boyd! Judge Boyd! Judge Boyd!
Mr. Messi, you're going to hurt yourself, please. We don't want you to get hurt.
Yeah, it's not a fitness facility, Mr. Messi. Try do another exercise. Don't touch.
This guy got me upset. Go see it. Why don't you try doing it? Go ahead.
Mr. Messi, have you have a comment?
Judge Boyd! 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 Judge Boyd!
Mr. Messi, is there anything else you'd like to say this evening?
Yeah. Can I take a little rest from? Let someone talk, then I'll come back?
No, we're sorry.
I still don't have time yet?
You have a minute and 20 seconds, sir.
Okay.
Mr. Messi, do you have any comments you want to give us tonight?
Well, this was my comment. Judge Boyd says I'm sickly. I never told him I'm going to the doctor or taking medicine. But the other guy that accused me of trying to kill him, he got all kinds of papers, dialysis, he tells them everything. That's why I'm doing this. And I'm open for suggestions. Anybody else have an idea what to do? Besides talking, you guys know what?
Mr. Messi, he's from Perth Amboy. There's nothing we can do from our end. We've tried to explain that to you.
I go to Perth Amboy, I go to Edison, I go all over. But nobody seems to listen. Well, nobody listens, right? That's why help. I need help with my situation. Like the two guys from Philadelphia. Twice they were told to leave, and now they're heroes. If you told me stop doing that, if I didn't stop, what would you do? Call the policeman and have me locked up?
Thank you, Mr. Messi. Your time's up tonight.
Time's up. Do you have another 5 minutes?
No, sorry.
I'm only kidding.
I know.
Any other comments from the public this evening?
Good evening, Councilor President. George Baca, Hope Lawn. Have a moment of silence for the people and the seniors who are losing their homes due to the Ponzi pilot tax schemes that the administration endorses. Right now, I understand there were 2 discharges accidental at the police firing range down in Caseby, and what has been done to alleviate that problem down there?
Director Hubner, do you want to take that?
Well, I can speak to one. I can't speak to the other. One involved the county. We've reviewed the circumstances, and we are doing some retraining, and that's about it.
All right. It's a very severe situation and stuff like that, and both times you guys lucked out on there. The Greenway, how's the Greenway coming? It's all going to be taken care of by Trails Day, Mr. Council Bauer?
Go ahead.
I was down there today.
Okay.
I knew I was getting this question.
All right.
The Greenway walkway path has been restored. Topsoil seed has been restored along the path. Just need paving and restoration at the end of Raymond Street where it feeds the path.
Yeah.
And dead-end guardrail needs to be replaced. It looks like once the curb work and the rest of the restoration of the street is repaired, that will go back.
Okay, National Trails Day is June 2nd, I think, so,
Be done by June 2nd.
Okay, be good on there. Okay, I emailed Council Drum and I guess you and stuff like that concerning the Rush Street School, and when it seems that the local SWAT teams are using the schools that are about to be abandoned and stuff like that, or be demolished, as test places. So maybe you guys could look into it and invite the county and other municipalities here, invite Perth Amboy over with their big MRAP. That was a great MRAP. Did you see it over there at the Big Wheels Day, big black one on there? But you might look into that and see what the police director says about using it as a test building for police action and stuff like that. Quincy Court, anything going on that? Nothing? Same thing, same old, same old?
Administration.
Nothing new to report?
Question, Quincy Court. Nothing specifically new to report. Progress, I guess, is what I'd have to say.
Yeah, when you have stuff like that, nothing going on. Okay.
Well, have you noticed that if you've been there, I don't know if you seem to have an interest, so obviously if you've been there on the corner, the neighbor that had some a huge disarray has cleaned up that corner beautifully and is now much more of an asset to the community. On the corner, I believe it's Inman and Quincy.
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania, you're right. And so if you've been down there, you see that. We got that cleaned up pretty good.
That would be good. Flooding on Route 27 over there by Railway Border. How bad was it there? Did we have flooding there?
There was flooding throughout Woodbridge Township.
Yeah, like 4 inches, yeah.
Yeah, there was flooding everywhere, so...
So we're looking into that over there to see how the stream is? That's good. I brought before you to your attention about Route 1 in the Garden State Parkway. That tragic accident. We had a tragic accident on Route 9 over there this past Sunday. I mean, it just crippled the whole township. It's tragic that happened, and I implore you to get to the State Department of Transportation to look at the place. I mean, you're jamming all these people into the township, and I mean, where are they going to go? Either reduce speeds or better traffic enforcement. I know that costs money, but you just can't keep jamming all these people in here without any type of improvements to the roads and stuff like that, okay? Please, 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 I implore you. I got pictures here of over by the Parkway, right? You got people walking here not more than 4 or 5 feet from cars doing 60, 70 miles per hour, okay? I emailed you pictures. Mr. Mitch on the job has always emailed you. And let's see what we could do.
Public Works, we did send that to Public Works, and they're sending it to
Well, this is the thing. Yeah, well, this is the state, okay? And you're putting up that Ronson Road over there, the Ronson development, and people are going to be walking. They're going to be biking.
We're aware of it. We appreciate you letting us know about it.
Yeah, just, see what we could do with it and all stuff like that. That's about it. What else? Oh, yeah, the Big Wheels Day was pretty cool, too.
Great.
Everything was there, and everybody was thing, and you do need another Manzi Muck, though. That one's getting kind of old, right? The Public Works Director says, how many hours we got on that thing? A lot. A lot, yeah. And get the bigger one, It's a piece of apparatus that's very well suited to the township, and, it's a good thing. Okay, that's it. I'm out of here. Take care.
Thank you.
Are there any other comments from the public? Hearing no other comments from the public, can I get a motion?
I just want to say,
Mr. Massey, you had your 5 minutes.
Okay.
Sorry.
Motion?
Second.
Any comments or questions from council? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
We will now go into our agendas. My agenda is in order this evening. There's just 2 things I wanted to mention. Number 10 on my agenda is veterans issues. If you're interested in getting a hometown banner to be hung in the downtowns from Memorial Day to Labor Day, the deadline is May 1st, so you would need to really get that in. If you are interested in having a banner for a resident in Woodbridge Township that served our country, you can call Robin at 732-261-1787. Again, you have to get it in by May 1st. Going down to number 13, Heroin Task Force. There are a lot of new programs that have been put in place through WARM, which is Woodbridge Addiction Recovery Mentors, for those Woodbridge Township residents that are in recovery or trying to get into recovery. The Sycamore Center will be the home for these programs, which will be held every week, which include Smart Recovery meetings every Wednesday at 6:30 to 8, Thursday fitness, activities and bingo, Friday night karaoke night, and those events will be held from 7 to 11 p.m. The Sycamore Center is located at 290 Old Road in Port Reading. Also, if you are a family member of someone who is struggling with addiction or has lost somebody to addiction, the Road for Hope is a Woodbridge Township support group that meets the 2nd and 4th Tuesday of every month at 7 p.m. at the Woodbridge Township Health Department, and that's located behind the library. Woodbridge Township has been very proactive in the fight against opioid epidemic and truly hopes these programs will help give a safe environment to those struggling with addiction and give those who love them support and guidance. If you have any questions or need more information, you can go to our website or you can call Bonnie at 732-855 2800 extension 5008. And I just want to thank Public Works. They really did a good job the other day. There was so much rain and there was a lot of flooding, I know, in Clooney and throughout Woodbridge Township, but you guys did an amazing job. And thank you for checking on the animals, because everybody was worried about Katie, the horse, at Merrill Park, and we're happy to say all the animals are okay. So that's all I have for this evening. Vice President Spiller?
Thank you, Council President. Item number 3, I'd like to thank all the volunteers who came out this Saturday for our cleanup event at Oros Park. Spring is here, before you know it. The park will be hustling and bustling with children and our residents enjoying all the many great things at the park. So stay tuned for info on that. Item number 6, the Golden Saints will be having their 7th annual carnival from Wednesday, April 25th through Saturday, April 28th. Real quick, Wednesday is bracelet night 6 to 10, Thursday 6 to 10, Friday 6 to 10, and Saturday is 4 to 11. The Golden Saints are located at 100 Saints Boulevard in Port Reading. Just wanted to give an update on item C. Demolition and construction has begun on Route 1 between Avenel Street and Lord Street for the new Quick Check gas station. Very excited as we continue to redevelop the Route 1 corridor. Item number 12, I've talked about the Cable Commission in detail over the last few meetings. I'm not going to go in as much detail. I just do want to remind everyone the Cable Commission is meeting to start garnering interest in contracts from local cable companies. There's a cable survey online. Please go to www.woodbridge.twp.nj.us. Very important that we get as many surveys as possible so we can come back to Comcast with some of the concerns and questions residents have. And just to follow up on that, we always get all the time, we want Verizon. How come the township, the mayor, the council, administration doesn't want Verizon? It's furthest thing from the truth. We have correspondence from Verizon just confirming that they must build in 70 must-build towns from the original contract, and they are confirming, in their opinion, that Woodbridge is not a must-build town. So next time somebody says, why don't we want Verizon, it's basically because we do, and Verizon doesn't want to come here at that point. Thank you. The rest of the agenda is in order. I'd just like to announce for residents of Avenel and Port Reading, the Woodbridge Township-wide yard sale schedule begins this weekend. Well, it is this weekend, April 21st, 22nd. So have your garage sale this spring and give your items a second chance. There'll be no bulk waste pickup following yard sales. However, you can always call the township down at DPW at 732-738-1311-3600 for a one-time free bulk pickup. And as a reminder, if you have 3 items or less, sanitation department will collect them for free. So thank you very much. That's all I have, Council President.
Councilwoman Drum. Thank you, Council President. Number 3, the Downtown Merchants Association. Today, they had an open house of a new business on Main Street, actually, 93 Main Street, right next to the Chamber of Commerce. Float into Wellness, Salt and Sauna Lounge. There was a ribbon cutting and an open house, and I would encourage you to visit them. They're a nice addition to our health and wellness community. A lot of health and wellness businesses over there on Main Street, so it's pretty cool. The decorative lights are out and around the New Street parking lot. They've been placed, and they're a nice addition to this lot. It looks real nice. The Chamber of Commerce is having their annual street fair on Main Street on Saturday, May 19th, rain or shine, 11 to 5 p.m. If you're interested in being a vendor, you need to contact streetfairs.org for additional information and speak with Daryl. Number 19, an update on the Woodbridge Center Drive traffic signals improvement and pedestrian access project. Construction is on schedule. We've had tremendous success and cooperation from the Woodbridge Mall. The project is anticipated to be completed this summer, and we thank the county for the extraordinary partnership that we've had with them in doing this project. Number 4, the SID, which is the Special Improvement District on Main Street, right here in Woodbridge proper. As we move into the spring and summer season, the downtown SID is working hard to ensure downtown Woodbridge and Main Street as inviting as possible for our shoppers and diners alike. The SID recently approved and will be funding the planting of flowers and flower boxes surrounding the trees that line Main Street. They will also be moving forward with the purchase of decorative flower planters to be placed throughout the downtown. As a closing update, the downtown SID will be rolling out a new facade, building improvement program for all businesses located in the designated special improvement district. This program will allow the businesses to receive 1, matching funds up to a specified amount from the CID to perform building facade improvements, and the CID is very excited and hopeful that this will afford smaller local businesses to perform the upgrades and maintain the maintenance they would love to do in any capacity that they'd like to do it, bearing that it's approved by our Director Lefsky. That's all I have, Council President.
Councilman Figueroa.
Thank you, Council President. I have a few hundred items on my agenda. I'd like to start out with the Woodbridge Community Center. Their spring and summer booklet is out and circulating throughout the community. It's chock full of opportunities, the least of which is summer camp, both at our Woodbridge Community Center and the Highland Grove Summer Camp. And if you sign up by May 1st, there's a reduction of $20 per week if you needed a little bit of incentive. Looking ahead at the community center, something that's been quite a tradition on Sunday, May the 20th from 9:30 to 11:30 is our Superheroes Breakfast. You do need a reservation for that, and you can look up on our website and call over there, or I believe you can do that online. We are still in April, and it's Youth Month, and all activities are up. There's almost something going on every day. You can go onto our website and check out Youth Month. And right behind that in May is Senior Month, and there's a lot of activities going on. And rather than trying to highlight them, you can check that out for yourself. Looking way ahead, popular time, of course, is our 4th of July celebration, which for us happens to be on Tuesday, July the 3rd. The park opens up at 4 o'clock. And then the very next week is our pizza run, which has become a great event on Wednesday, the 11th of July. Councilwoman De Jesus, are you going to speak about the ribbon cutting at Jacobs Landing? You weren't, so you mind if I do that? I don't mind. This past Friday, we had the ribbon cutting for Jacobs Landing, which formerly was the Woodbridge Garden Apartments on Bunns Lane, which will shortly be called Veterans Way. It was a tremendous event and a great demonstration of municipal government, state government, and private business coming together for the betterment of the citizens of Woodbridge Township. The units are absolutely gorgeous. They come out further out onto the street. Parking is off the street. And one of the positive side effects of that is because the street is narrow, traffic tends to slow down a little bit there. So congratulations to all of the groups, Ingerman Associates, the township, Senator Bennett, I know you were active in that with the mayor and Carolyn, the Affordable Housing, Woodbridge Housing Authority. Did a great job of coming together on that, and it was long overdue, and I know that was a project of the mayor's for many years, and it's nice to finally see it come to fruition. So thank you, Council President. That's all I have.
Thank you. Councilman Anderson.
Thank you, Council President. Sorry I'm late. Doing extra innings. I want to bring up a couple of things. April 28th is tooling around the town. We're still looking for volunteers. Please contact the mayor's office, and you can still volunteer. We have sites. We'll assign you to them. We're no longer accepting any more houses at this point, but we will accept all volunteers. Also, for the I'm sorry. Yeah. For our house. Our house is in the Employment Opportunity Center. Please check our website. Our house right now is, they're upping the ante. They're raising their minimum wage to $13 an hour. And if you're not aware, our house is an opportunity for people to work with adults that have special needs that are employable. And it's a great opportunity, so please check out the Job Center and on the employment page by going into the township page and then clicking on Employment Opportunity Center. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Councilwoman Davis. Thank you, Council President. Moving down to item number 5, Police Community Relation. This week, community policing will be giving presentations on bicycle safety to students at various township schools and talking to the older students about interacting with police. For the week of April 23rd, community policing will be attending various township schools and talking about interacting with police as well as reading to students in our elementary schools. They will also be taking several middle school at-risk youth for a tour of Union County Jail, and they will be participating in Bringing Your Child to Work Day by providing a tour for the children. Again, they are no longer accepting applications for the Senior Police Academy. However, the Junior Police Academy applications are now available online, and it is set to begin the week of July 9th at Avenel Middle School. Moving down to item number 9, Barron Art Center. The 39th Annual Woodbridge Township Senior Art Show will be on view from May 5th through May 14th. The closing reception will be on Monday, May 14th from 6 to 8 p.m. Artists ages 60 and up may enter through April 27th through the Barron Art Center, Sycamore Senior Center, and Evergreen Senior Center. An application form can be found on the township website. There will be a concert, the Chinese Music Ensemble of New York, part of the Garden State World Beat 2 Art Series, on Friday, May 18th at 7:30 p.m. at Woodbridge Middle School Theater, and it is free admission. The Chinese Music Ensemble was founded in 1961, and it has grown from a few music lovers representing Cantonese traditional music to becoming the oldest and largest Chinese orchestra in the United States. Item number 10, Free Public Library of Woodbridge. The Friends of the Library book sale will open to the public from Friday, April 27th through Sunday, April 29th. The Friends will have a preview day on Thursday, April 26th, and new members are welcome. The library will offer programs for Money Smart Week, April 21st through the 26th, on the topics of protecting financial future of you and your loved ones, funding your retirement lifestyle, a well-rounded approach to college fundraising. Visit the library website at www.woodbridgelibrary.org or call 732-634-4450, extension 7140. The Henry Inman branch suffered some water damage during the storm this past Monday. Please check the website or call the branch at 732-726-7072 to make sure it has been cleared to open. Thank you. That is all that I have.
Thank you. Councilman Small, first I want to say happy birthday, though.
Thank you. My agenda's in order.
Councilman Battelle.
Yes, thank you, Council President. I have a few announcements. My agenda is in order. I would like to welcome some students from JFK High School. Christine, Jenna, and Cassandra, they are there, so welcome here. I have an announcement about Cooper Field in Iselin. There were some improvements done by the Public Works for this year. They replaced the curb and sidewalks, upgraded interior lighting, and they installed LED fixtures, installed new toilets and hot water heaters, installed new exterior doors and repaired roofs, improved kitchen storage area, repaired and replaced fencing and gates throughout the complex, trimmed all trees, and they still have some minor works to complete. So I would like to thank Superintendent of Parks and Public Works for doing this, improvements at the Cooper Field. Also, I would like to thank Police Department. I think we had a really heavy downpour rain yesterday morning, and we did have some flooding problem on Gill Lane, Green Street, Chino Hills, and at one point I think it did require street closures. So I'd like to thank you for closing the street, monitoring the situation, and directing the traffic. Also, I have one more announcement about Gill Lane. It's tomorrow, starting tomorrow, that's Wednesday, April 18th. Gill Lane will be closed from Ronson Road to Middlesex Essex Turnpike from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. for milling and resurfacing project. Detour signs will be posted to guide motorists, and the contractor will post variable message sign advising the public to take alternate routes. We know that there will be some traffic disruptions and inconvenience to businesses and commuters traveling this area during the milling and repaving operations. We'll try to minimize the traffic impact as much as possible. Traffic directors and police officers will be posted at key locations to guide motorists. I would like to thank everyone in advance for their support. I would like to also thank Township Engineering Department and Public Works for doing these jobs. That's all for tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Bauer.
Thank you, Council President. I have two announcements tonight. My agenda is in order. Boy Scouts Troop 53 of Our Lady of Peace in Forge is having a cleanup their spring project Sunday, April 22nd at Oros Park, Omar Avenue in Avenel between 8 a.m. and noon. All volunteers are welcomed. Second announcement, Forge, Casey, and Hopeland Township-wide yard sale this year is April 28th and 29th. Like Council Vice President Corey Spiller said, remember, there will be no bulk waste pickup following this yard sales. Bulk waste pickups must be scheduled. That's all I have.
Thank you. Mr. Mitch.
Thank you, Madam President. Just a couple items. Under number 1B, I'm going to note that this evening you approved that transfer tonight for new ownership for Fire and Ice. Dropping down to 2A, there's still no change in the status of that. Still waiting on some more information from the state. As far as 2B, at our next meeting, we are scheduled to have a hearing against Bar Louie. I don't think we're going to have that hearing on that day. I'll keep you posted. Okay, that's all I have. Thank you.
Senator Bennett.
Yes, thank you, Madam President. So the first items that we'll be presenting on May 8th will be housekeeping, a refund for the tax overpayment and a refund for the sewer overpayment. There'll be a small change order that's projected for the Colonial High School bleachers, and then there will be a proposal for the bow tie pool buildings. We're in the process of moving forward to have the engineering done to have that pool dismantled, and that will also be presented to you on May 8th. That's it for me.
Director Huffman.
Thank you, Council President. Nothing this evening.
Director Green.
Thank you, Council President. I have several agreements for your approval. The first is an agreement with DNA to provide WIC services within the health center, and the other three are shared service agreements for animal control services for South Amboy, East Brunswick, and Roselle Park. Thank you, Council President.
Director Sinaluka.
I have one item tonight, Council President, an agreement with the New Jersey State Police for the usage of the boat slip in our marina. Thank you, Council President.
Director Dorman.
Thank you, Council President. There's just, we need to add Conway to the street map, so we'll have a resolution put forward. Thank you.
Director Henry.
Thank you, Madam President. One item, I have an agreement with the International Union of Operating Engineers. Thank you.
Legal.
Motion.
Second.